Yeah, he said, at what point do you start seeing bread? Been out hustling for years, shoebox right under my bed. I moved to work out my mama's house, got me a little old.
Oh yeah, we back at it. You know how shit go, man. I'm on the motherfucking scene today with another episode of the Law of Attraction podcast. Episode 40. We in here. We made it to the big 4-0, y'all. Today a young nigga birthday. Yeah, nigga. Well, you know, young old nigga birthday, you know what I'm saying? I'm 28, you know what I'm saying, today, May 20th, 1992. The life of a tourist, you know what I mean? Yeah, today a nigga birthday, man. And came to the platform today with a hell of a topic, you know. I always do. So without further ado, let me go and light the blunt and get to the subject matter at hand, you know. So here we go. Now what I'm talking about today is what I'm talking about today is insight, you know, having an insightful change, having an insight, having a deeper insight on life, you know, a deeper insight than I have been having, you know, recently. You know, these past days or these past years of my life, I've had a certain mindset that was like I have a survival mindset. I had a mind of survival, of just making it to the next day, get to the next check, figure out where the next meal coming from. That mentality has been me for 27 years, and the change in me will not be easy, you know, because I'm already changing my health habits, and changing my eating habits, changing my mental habits, the way I think, my thinking habits, my emotional habits, my physical habits. All the habits are being readjusted, you know. Instead of smoking weed, you know, of course that's staying around, but yeah, man, insight is something that, and I know I say this about every one of my topics, but insight is something we all need, or we all should seek. You know, we should all seek some kind of insight, and we can get insight through our own life, our own life's vessel. And this is how. Stop living in the past. You know, the past holds knowledge. You get knowledge from the past. You know, it's a lot of prophets and a lot of pastors and all that can gather a lot of people around because they speak from a place of knowing. You know, they speak from a place of being there in the past. So that's why people hold certain influences up to, and they revere them at a higher level, or put them on a pedestal. So I should say, they put them on a pedestal because they feel like they're smarter than them, when really they only using the past to seem smart. You know, they only using the past to seem like they know, which they are smart about the past though. But you have to adapt. When you're dealing with pastors and you're dealing with certain influences and you're dealing with fake deep people, they gonna tell you that there's a certain way to live. Those are the people you gotta watch out for. The people that sit back and tell you, hey, if you live like this, your life, your own significant, your own mysterious, your own unique path will go right if you use a traditional path. How does that don't even sound right. How am I going to use a traditional path to a path that is my own? Traditional means it's been done before, basically. Tradition means it's being done by the masses of people. So when you step foot outside of societal standards, and you step foot outside of what the fleshly beings are telling you, you know, the Bilderbergers and, you know what I'm saying, the so-called Illuminati and the dominant society, when they tell y'all what the fuck to do, if you listen to them, you are doing the tradition. When you listen to the government, you listening to a traditional white supremacist mindset. So what I'm saying is, when with insight, you know, you sitting, you're forced to. With insight, you sit in the present. You live in the moment. Is what I'm trying to say. Insight comes from living in the moment. Insightfulness comes from sitting back and realizing that you have to adapt, and realizing that the point that you are at isn't it. You know what I'm saying? Insight is more useful than knowledge. In the times we living in now, at least my opinion, I feel this way, because knowledge is nothing but some shit you already know. Sometimes knowledge is common sense. And that's not knocking knowledge. Of course, we all need the knowledge. We all need to learn lessons from our mistakes. But when you have insight, when you find yourself living in the past, when you find yourself using knowledge, you find yourself living in the past. You find yourself regurgitating old viewpoints. You find yourself using your mama's way of thinking, your daddy's way of thinking, or you use that thought process of, I'm just the way I am, I ain't gonna change. When you're supposed to change. If you don't change, you staying stagnant, and being stagnant will cause death in many ways. Remaining stagnant will cause regret. It will cause depression. You know what I'm saying? Remaining stagnant is nothing but a routine. Routine is nothing but stagnant. Is nothing but stagnity. I guess that's a word. Stagnancy. Shit. But yeah, man. When you have insight, I just want to put the law of attraction on the books and say, I want to send out the energy of insightfulness. You know, I don't want to sound like a babbling motherfucker, like I'm fake deep, because I'm not here to portray like I know it all. I'm here to spark questions. I'm here to expose my life, and I'm here to build. I'm here to universally build with people. I'm here to talk about some shit that you may be going through. You know, that's why I want intellectual interaction. You know what I'm saying? Because the comments I don't get, I'm not bitching that I don't get comments, but the comments I do get is all love, and I accept it. The one comments every one comment I get, and all the 6 views I get on every video, I'm still here rocking, because I'm kicking this shit for my purpose, and it's manifestation. It's law of attraction. How I'm gonna have a law of attraction podcast and not keep it going, you know? So anyway, let's get back on the topic of insightfulness. Now, back to what I was saying, you know, I come from a lifestyle of survival, of having an impoverished mindset, you know, spending the money when I get it, not focusing on the importance on, you know, not having a driver's license and shit, and riding dirty. You know, not riding dirty with drugs, but just, you know, riding. In the system of white supremacy, you need to have all your eggs in a row. Because if they stop me and I ain't got my goddamn driver's license, you know, that's heads up for whatever the fuck they want to do. You know, it ain't gonna be no deep shit, but who knows in this system? And they can get shot for not having this motherfucking driver's license. It ain't shocking if it happened, because the way this world working, you know. And with that being said, that's insight right there, because I know I got to get my shit together. Insight is when you sit in the present and you like, okay, you look at what you have, and then insight leads to you looking into the future. You start looking further into the future and not worried about so much of what you can't control or what you can't go back and rewrite in the past, which is knowledge. You can still toss knowledge out there. You can throw knowledge to your kids, because your kids gonna go through some shit that you've already been through, and it's inevitable, you know? Your kids are automatically going to go through a few things, or maybe one or two, three things that you done been through in life. You know, and your knowledge of the past can teach them that, but your insight is going to teach them how to be themselves. Your insight on the time you living in. Like, you know, my whole thing is this. Let me give some insight to the ladies. There's motherfuckers out here that make y'all seem like y'all need a man. And I'm here to tell y'all that the social construct or the money game for y'all has changed. Y'all not in the needy position anymore. And I probably said this a few episodes ago, but I'm gonna bring it back to the surface because it needs to be said. Women don't need us like that no more. And it's still this thought process out here from the 20th century, 19th century mindset, motherfuckers, that got the mindset that most of these women want to be like housewives, you know? It's not majority. I ain't saying no women want to be housewives, but the majority is no longer, the majority want the 50-50, not the 50-50 date. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you pay for your meal and I pay for mine. No, the woman still wants to be spoiled. Let me not get that wrong. But what I'm saying is the woman does not want to be condemned to one way of living these days, because it's like I'm saying, we have to adapt. It's called adapting to the new universal energy. The universe changes its energy as well. We just don't see it when it happens. We feel it. Because we are the pieces of the universe. We are but stardust to the universe. You know what I'm saying? And however important stardust is to the universe, we a part of that, my nigga. So what I'm saying is, having insight will help you escape depression. Basically, insight will bring you towards positivity, more positivity than negativity. Knowledge will keep you stagnant in the brain, thinking that you know it all. You know what I'm saying? It'll keep you thinking that you know what you're talking about, and that your one way of thinking is going to be it forever, and that's all. And that's not the case. It's not the case, man. So for my birthday, man, I'm just here to tell y'all I'm goddamn chilling on it. And I'm changing my ways of thinking. I'm finna cut this air on. It's getting hot. Hold on. Alright, we back. Oh, nigga got to get hot up in it. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying right here. Check this out real quick. Yeah, this is what it is, man. Okay. My mindset. You know, I'm getting closer to 30, so, you know, they say the older you get, the wiser you get, you know. And of course age doesn't make you mature. It's the mindset that grows with it, you know. It's what are you learning as you grow? You know, like I say, the whole stagnant thing is not cool. Staying stagnant is, you don't want to be around a stagnant person, because you'll be the next stagnant motherfucker. Like, for real. And that's no joke. That's not sitting here babbling. That's not sitting here just to tell you some shit just to be saying it, nigga. You will be left behind being stagnant. And you don't want to be left behind. Not even by people that you like or people you dislike. You just don't want to be left behind in your mind. This is all about you, the insight inside of you, you know? So as long as you got that, you should be good on this earth. And you just gotta have insight to see into what you really want and build it. Because that's all this episode is about, man. Just, you know, just critical thinking. you gotta have some kind of critical thinking in this world, man. And I just hope everybody gain that kind of insight to where they end up living the life that they want to live. You know, by thinking the way they need to think, by moving and maneuvering and using the insightfulness to create the path that they trying to go into, and not for evil, you know. Basically that's it though, you know. Basically that's all I want to come to the platform and say. It's just being insightful will take you further than being knowledgeable. Being knowledgeable will keep you afraid. It'll keep you in fear of what insight will have you fearless of. Yeah, so, you know, with that being said, that's all I had to say on the insight shit, you know. But they gotta go a little deeper. Yeah, we got to talk about the fact that having a job is becoming obsolete. I see it. Having a job, it's cool if you still got one, but having a job is becoming obsolete. It's becoming something that we don't need as a people. Obviously, the government making you stay home, knowing damn well that some of us ain't able to work from home, then they forcing you to hustle. Now, this is a hustling ass country. And I don't mean hustling ass country in a good way. There's some good hustlers, but I mean the country as a totality. Nigga, this is a hustling ass country, and I don't mean the good hustler. But it's just me being at work, I'm seeing new people come in. Like I'm the only I'm like damn near one of the only motherfuckers from when I got hired at my job, you know? And I'm just starting to see that people ain't taking this shit no more. And you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of you know, I'm kind of on the fence about when I'm gonna leave the job, you know, because I'm just saving my money up right now. I'm not gonna leave a job without having a better one lined up, or having a better option lined up, you know. But I just had to come to the platform to say a job is, I ain't saying it ain't gonna get you nowhere, but we need to get you. I'm saying start now, trying not to rely on it. Try to build whatever you need to build right now. Try to be who you need to be right now. Try to accomplish what you can right now. Save the money you can right now, but be focused on leaving that motherfucker. You know, and I'm sitting this is just me sitting in myself, and I'm not impressed with my life. That's just being insightful. But I know how I can change it. I know where I'm lacking at. I know where my social skills fucked up at. I know where my emotional skills fucked up at. My spiritualness ain't intact. So I just be taking time away from motherfuckers. Like, you know, like the last episode I had, you know, spiritual distancing. That's what comes with insight as well to you. Sometimes you got to sit back by yourself and do some thinking. You know, got to sit back and do some critical thinking for yourself. But I ain't gonna make this episode that motherfucking long because I really didn't have shit to say. I don't want to sit here and waste nobody's time or talk about no fuck shit. But, you know, before I close out, I gotta say, you know, I gotta bring the topic back up. And the topic is insight. Insightfulness. Be insightful. Be able to see the shit that's happening before it happens. That's what insight is. That don't mean be a psychic. It's just that be able to trust your gut instincts and be a good person of character. I mean, be a good person of choice. I mean, who make good choices. Be a person who makes good choices. And you shall be okay. And this is episode 40. It's my birthday, so you know what I'm saying. Y'all drop a comment. Do what you want to do. If you listen to this shit, if you don't, you know I don't give a damn. Holla at your boy. Next episode coming next week. You know how I get down. Y'all be on the lookout for that blunt talk on Friday. Holla at your boy, man. And yeah, chapter 28, man. I'm 28 years old and this bitch, I ain't got no time to be playing no more. So y'all fuck with your boy and subscribe, hit that like button, follow me on Instagram, Lone Wolf Cosmo. Follow me on Twitter at Lone Wolf Cosmo. Fuck with your boy.